Abbott Elementary has been hailed as the Office's spiritual successor, but one character has started a storyline that gives her much more depth than her Dunder Mifflin counterpart, Michael Scott. Yanelle James as Ava is a core member of the Abbott Elementary cast. She has mainly been used as comic relief, with her ridiculous lines making for some of Abbott Elementary's funniest moments. Ava is funny, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that she's a full-fledged character. Abbott Elementary Season 4 is giving Ava the chance to explore her dramatic side with a new character from her past. Alternatively, Steve Carell led The Office for 7 seasons as Michael Scott, the childish yet caring regional manager of the workplace mockumentary. Though it concluded in May 2013, The Office is still ubiquitous in the mockumentary genre. Over a decade after The Office's series finale, Abbott Elementary is proving the mockumentary trope isn't out of style. Naturally, the two shows lend themselves to comparison thanks to their key similarities, but there are nuances to each that set them apart. Although Ava and Michael Scott are comparable characters, Ava's storyline in Abbott Elementary Season 4 demonstrates how she's better developed. Ava gets a serious storyline in Abbott Elementary Season 4, Episode 13. Ava's father, Frank, appears at the science fair. Ava, Yanelle James, and Frank, Keith David, in Abbott Elementary Season 4. Ava has been an incredibly independent character since Abbott Elementary began, but the reasons behind her demeanor have been given a possible explanation with the appearance of one new character, her father. Keith David joined Abbott Elementary Season 4 as Frank, Ava's estranged father who becomes Gregory's, Tyler James Williams, barber by chance. Though his initial appearance is played as a joke, Ava has since indicated that she and her father are not on speaking terms. The tension mounts when Frank comes to the school in Abbott Elementary Season 4, Episode 13. At the episode start, Gregory brings Ava a check from Frank, who claims it was a donation for Abbott Elementary's science fair. Later on, Frank shows up to talk to Ava, who intercepts him at the front desk for a brisk conversation. At the science fair itself, Ava begrudgingly thanks Frank for the donation, but it's clear their issues are far from resolved. Abbott Elementary Season 4, Episode 13 even offers a glimpse into what soured their relationship, with Ava mentioning Frank's other family. The conflict explores a new, vulnerable part of Ava that makes her character even more compelling. Michael Scott didn't get a family storyline in The Office. The mockumentary failed to fully dive into his childhood. Steve Carell crying as Michael Scott in The Office Season 2 NBC. Because his primary role was to be a punchline, Michael Scott rarely had serious plots in The Office, despite being present in well over 100 episodes. The show barely skimmed the surface when it came to his background. Michael Scott had a sad childhood in The Office, but the mockumentary only revealed it in brief talking heads or one-off stories, failing to seriously explore his past. Though Michael sparingly mentioned his stepfather, his relationship with his biological father was never examined. Although The Office is an absurdist comedy and Michael Scott starts as more of a caricature than a character, that doesn't mean a few serious Michael plots would have been out of place in the mockumentary. Each character undergoes extreme development throughout the series and has earnest moments. In fact, the pure comedic tone of The Office made the rare serious scene that much more impactful. Michael struggling with intimacy and wanting a family could have easily stemmed from his parents, but the show never dug deep enough into his character to consider it. Abbott Elementary Season 4 expands Ava's character to be better developed than Michael Scott. Ava is more than comic relief. Abbott Elementary's Ava and The Office's Michael have been compared in the past for their apparent incompetence that eventually gave way to pure skill and love for their jobs. Both characters begin as the bane of their employees' existence, and both end up as irreplaceable members of the workplace. While Michael always had a whimsical if not forced levity about him, Ava never hid her disgust, judgment, or boredom. The two characters were equally static at the start, but Abbott Elementary is taking steps to make Ava more dynamic than Michael Scott. By fleshing out Ava's character and subtly pulling back the curtain to examine why she is the way she is, Abbott Elementary is cementing its distinctive identity. Bearing similarities to such a popular title is beneficial to a point, but Ava needs to continue proving that she's more than a carbon copy of Michael Scott. Fortunately, by giving its funniest character her most serious plot yet, Abbott Elementary is proving how immensely original it is and taking the first step to finally escaping The Office's shadow. Enjoy Screen Rant's primetime coverage? Click below to sign up for our weekly Network TV newsletter. Make sure to check Network TV in your preferences, and get the inside scoop from actors and showrunners on your favorite series.